I'd like each of you to comment on what you would say the top 3 skills or characteristics are that one might need to be a successful entrepreneur. Whoever wants to jump in first.
I went first last time.
Okay, I'll go.
It should be you.
I'll go. So I do not think there are any rules to this game. They are just, it is sort of, I mean, it's a cliche, I know, but Nike says it best, just do it. And the second thing is that, it's sort of like I equate it to swimming. There is no way you can learn to swim outside the pool. You can't say, here's the stroke, breaststroke, here's the backstroke, here's freestyle, and I'm going to take my arm like this, and I'm now going to learn to swim. You just have to jump into the pool, and you're going to go down a few times, and you're going to flap around and come back up, and in time you're going to learn how to do it. And I've seen all kinds of people who are introverts be successful entrepreneurs, people be extroverts, people who are very community-minded, people who are rather selfish. It's all kinds of people who, at least I have seen, with a lot of success in building a business. So I do not think it has any rules to it. Anybody is eligible. That's my point of view.
Great, thank you.
I would say, like you, success has a lot of different, it's a combination of things. But I think at the heart of it, and I think you don't know this. I think you know it, but you don't know it. At the heart of being an entrepreneur is determination, it's hope, it's optimism, creativity, and it comes from within. And I think that for young people, not having that hope or optimism is what keeps them from finishing school and going on. And I think that for me, that's proven over and over again. Is it's in the human spirit that makes a successful entrepreneur. I mean, you got to know these skills. It's a combination of things, but you're not going to do what you do unless you have that optimism that you're going to succeed.
Great, thank you, Gail.
I agree with both these guys. There's just too many components. There's way more than 3. There's probably way more than 100. Probably one of the best components you could possibly have is luck.
I'll sign up with that one.
In fact, last night I was babysitting my grandkids, and this little tornado that went through town last night was only a Category 1, but it was over my daughter and son-in-law's house. In one of the window wells, filled with water. It's a fairly new house, and they didn't really check out the landscaping, and so the water from the gutter went into the window well, and so it's like a huge aquarium, but with window pane glass as opposed to aquarium glass. So I tried going down there and taping it. So by this time it was this high, and as I did it, it blew up. And I have a cut on my finger, and now it's barefooted because I didn't want to track through the house. So I got cut all over, but they were just superficial. And I think that's the same type of thing that happens, but for a turn in the road, or being at the right place or not being in the wrong place, or like this lawsuit that I alluded to, the attorney on the other side made a mistake. Okay, it was a suit that could not be lost. Could not be lost. You could not even imagine. All of us sitting here drinking all night could not figure out how in the hell he could go lose that suit, but he did. So, I'm sure that every person here in the room can go in there and talk about the times they were lucky, or the times when everything should have worked and it just completely fell apart. So luck. The other things is by this design that I was talking about, it is built to multiply a lot of the things that we've been talking about here tonight, which is building connections and relationships, collaboration, working together, doing things that other people can help you with, willing to help. That's what's so great about this group in here. and then communication. So if you have everything kind of in place and then you can go multiply what you already have, then you very much increase your odds. Once again, it requires alignment and a lot of work, but mostly luck.
Okay, great. Robin, you spoke a little bit about that spark that comes from within, and I'd like each of you to sort of speak to, what role do you see inspiration playing in becoming a successful entrepreneur?
It's Robin, that's you.
I'm going to go back to that hope thing and to that inspiration thing. Eliza Doolittle, the My Fair Lady, she said that do you know the only difference between being a shop girl and a lady is how she's treated. And so it's for young people, it's the raising the bar, it's raising the expectations, because there's a science to it, and it's call it the Pygmalion effect, call it the science of potential. But if you raise the expectations for young people, they will rise to it. And I think by the power of your example, all of our 5,000, 6,000 volunteers, by the power of their example, they raise the bar for these young people and give them hope. And then also give them some skills to get there. But yeah, I gotta go back to that, to the science of potential in terms of getting young people to have hope that their lives can be better than what the constant stories are that they shouldn't be.
Okay, great. Gail and Vic, I'd like you to speak. What role did inspiration play for both of you when you started Cap Logistics, Gail?
Oh, I think almost every person here in the room has had a boss that they couldn't stand, and had a job that they thought they could do better than the existing environment. And so, being hardcore and employable, I think that's how all these people get started. And then after that, then it's all the other things. Can you get a little bit of money? We mortgaged our house and once again got lucky the first year. And did I answer the question? I got lost.
Yeah, absolutely. So your inspiration came from somebody else.
Yeah, and the guy, his name was Dave Beatson, and he was, he went on to be vice president of American Airlines. And, very, very good. And recently I came across different movies out there that show different ways that you can be trained or inspired. And they came up with The Devil Wears Prada. So that's what he was, The Devil Wears Prada. And helped Anne Hathaway, I was cute like that once too. But anyway, about 6 months ago, I called him up and treated the guy probably a little bit better than I did the 30 years before that. So Dave Beatson is my hero. Hated him.
And yet here you are. Yep, that's great.
Yes. So I never really worked for anybody. 3 months I worked for these guys who were awesome. They were just awesome. I still am friends with them and all that. So I unfortunately didn't have that experience that Gail is talking about. But I guess my inspiration was my naivete, that I could, without any experience or anything else, I could start something and make it work. It was that that feeling that you have without any logical reason behind it, that you can go out and do it. And also I'd have to say that that if you want people to follow you, well, you have to inspire them, especially if they follow you by choice, right? So inspiration is very, very important for those types of roles, if you choose to take those on, if you have to raise money, you have to inspire the investors. If you have to find the best employees, you have to inspire the employees. But I mean, is it necessary for any business? I'm not so sure. I mean, there are businesses you could do without inspiring anybody. You just take a bunch of capital, take a formula business, and start a pizza shop, a Pizza Hut, or a McDonald's or something, and it'll probably work. I mean, so I think it all depends on what you're trying to do, and for some of those things, inspiration is important, and other things it's just another thing to do.